The Complete Works of William Shakespeare by William Shakespeare. Act 3. Scene I, Rome. A street. Cornets. Enter Coriolanus, Menenius, all the gentry, Cominius, Titus Lartius, and other senators. Coriolanus. Tullus Aufidius, then, had made new head? Lartius. He had, my lord, and that it was which caused our swifter composition. Coriolanus. So then the valses stand but as at first, ready, when time shall prompt them, to make rhodoponts again. Cominius. They are worn, Lord Consul, so that we shall hardly in our ages see their banners wave again. Coriolanus. Saw you Aufidius? Lartius. On safeguard he came to me, and did curse against the valses, for they had so vilely yielded the town. He is returned to Antium. Coriolanus. Spoke he of me? Lartius. He did, my lord. Coriolanus. How? What? Lartius. How often he had met you, sword to sword, that of all things upon the earth he hated your person most, that he would pawn his fortunes to hopeless restitution, so he might be called your vanquisher. Coriolanus. At Antium lives he? Lartius. At Antium. Coriolanus. I wish I had a cause to seek him there, to oppose his hatred fully. Welcome home. Enter Sicinius and Brutus. Behold, these are the tribunes of the people, the tongue's oth common mouth. I do despise them, for they do prank them in authority, against all noble sufferance. Sicinius. Pass no further. Coriolanus. Ha! What is that? Brutus. It will be dangerous to go on no further. Coriolanus. What makes this change? Menenius. The matter? Cominius. Hath he not passed the noble and the common? Brutus. Cominius. No. Coriolanus. Have I had children's voices? First Senator. Tribunes, give way, he shall to th marketplace. Brutus. The people are incensed against him. Sicinius. Stop, or all will fall in broil. Coriolanus. Are these your herd? Must these have voices, that can yield them now and straight disclaim their tongues? What are your offices? You being their mouths, why rule you not their teeth? Have you not set them on? Menenius. Be calm, be calm. Coriolanus. It is a purposed thing, and grows by plot, to curb the will of the nobility, suffered, and live with such as cannot rule nor ever will be argued. Brutus. Called not a plot. The people cry you mock them, and of late, when corn was given them gratis, you repined, scandaled the suppliants for the people, called them time pleasers, flatterers, foes to nobleness. Coriolanus. Why, this was known before. Brutus. Not to them all. Coriolanus. Have you informed them? Sit hence? Brutus. How? I informed them. Cominius. You are like to do such business. Brutus. Not unlike each way to better yours. Coriolanus. Why then should I be consul? By yon clouds, let me deserve so ill as you, and make me your fellow tribune. Sicinius. You showed too much of that for which the people stir. If you will pass to where you are bound, you must inquire your way, which you are out of, with a gentler spirit, or never be so noble as a consul, nor yoke with him for tribune. Menenius. Let's be calm. Cominius. The people are abused, set on. This paltering becomes not Rome, nor has Coriolanus deserved this so dishonored rub, laid falsely ith plain way of his merit. Coriolanus. Tell me of corn. This was my speech, and I will speak again. Menenius. Not now, not now. First Senator. Not in this heat, sir, now. Coriolanus. Now, as I live, I will. My nobler friends, I crave their pardons. For the mutable, rank-scented meanie, let them regard me as I do not flatter, and therein behold themselves. I say again, In soothing them we nourish gainst our senate the cockle of rebellion, insolence, sedition, which we ourselves have plowed for, sowed, and scattered by mingling them with us, the honored number, who lack not virtue, no, nor power, but that which they have given to beggars. Menenius. Well, no more. First Senator. No more words, we beseech you. Coriolanus. How? No more. As for my country I have shed my blood, not fearing outward force, so shall my lungs coin words till their decay against those measles which we disdain should tether us, yet sought the very way to catch them. Brutus. You speak, O.th. people, as if you were a god, to punish, not a man of their infirmity. Sicinius. 'Twere well we let the people note. Menenius. What? His collar? Coriolanus. Collar. Were I as patient as the midnight sleep, by Jove, 'twould be my mind. Sicinius. It is a mind that shall remain a poison where it is, not poison any further. Coriolanus. Shall remain. Hear you this Triton of the Minnows? Mark you his absolute shall? Cominius. 'Twas from the canon. Coriolanus. Shall. O good but most unwise patricians! Why, you grave but reckless senators, have you thus given Hydra here to choose an officer that with his peremptory shall, being but the horn and noise O.th. monsters, wants not spirit to say he'll turn your current in a ditch, and make your channel his? If he have power, then veil your ignorance; if none, awake your dangerous lenity. If you are learned, be not as common fools; if you are not, let them have cushions by you. You are plebea. And if they be senators, and they are no less, when, both your voices blended, the greats taste most palates theirs. They choose their magistrate, and such a one as he, who puts his shall, his popular shall, against a graver bench than ever frowned in Greece. By Jove himself, it makes the consuls base, and my soul aches to know, when two authorities are up, either supreme, how soon confusion may enter twixt the gap of both and take the one by th other. Cominius. Well, on to th marketplace. Coriolanus. Whoever gave that counsel to give forth the corn O.th. storehouse gratis, as 'twas us sometime in Greece? Menenius. Well, no more of that. Coriolanus. Though there the people had more absolute power, I say they nourished disobedience, fed the ruin of the state. Brutus. Why shall the people give one that speaks thus their voice? Coriolanus. I'll give my reasons, more worthier than their voices. They know the corn was not our recompense, resting well assured they ne'er did service for't. Being pressed to th war even when the navel of the state was touched, they would not thread the gates. This kind of service did not deserve corn gratis. Being ith war, their mutinies and revolts, wherein they showed most valor, spoke not for them. Th accusation which they have often made against the Senate, all cause unborn, could never be the native of our so frank donation. Well, what then? How shall this bosom multiplied digest the Senate's courtesy? Let deeds express what's like to be their words. We did request it, we are the greater poll, and in true fear they gave us our demands. Thus we debase the nature of our seats, and make the rabble call our cares fears, which will in time break ope the locks O.th. Senate and bring in the crows to peck the eagles. Menenius. Come, enough. Brutus. Enough, with over measure. Coriolanus. No, take more. What may be sworn by, both divine and human, seal what I end withal. This double worship, where one part does disdain with cause, the other insult without all reason, where gentry, title, wisdom, cannot conclude but by the yea and no of general ignorance, it must omit real necessities, and give way the while to unstable slightness. Purpose so barred, it follows nothing is done to purpose. Therefore, beseech you that will be less fearful than discreet, that love the fundamental part of state more than you doubt the change on't, that prefer a noble life before a long, and wish to jump a body with a dangerous physic that's sure of death without it at once pluck out the multitudinous tongue, let them not lick the sweet which is their poison. Your dishonor mangles true judgment, and bereaves the state of that integrity which should be count, not having the power to do the good it would, for ill which doth controll't. Brutus has said enough. Sicinius has spoken like a traitor and shall answer as traitors do. Coriolanus, thou wretch, despite o'erwhelm thee. What should the people do with these bald tribunes, on whom depending, their obedience fails to the greater bench? In a rebellion, when what's not meet, but what must be, was law, then were they chosen. In a better hour let what is meet be said it must be meet, and throw their power ith dust. Brutus, manifest treason. Sicinius, this a consul? No. Brutus, the aediles, ho! Enter an aedile, let him be apprehended. Sicinius, go call the people, exit aedile, in whose name myself attach thee as a traitorous innovator, a foe to public weal. Obey, I charge thee, and follow to thine answer. Coriolanus, hence, old goat. Patricians, will surety him. Cominius, aged sir, hands off. Coriolanus, hence, rotten thing, or I shall shake thy bones out of thy garments. Sicinius, help, ye citizens. Enter a rabble of plebeians, with the aediles Menenius. On both sides more respect. Sicinius, here's he that would take from you all your power. Brutus, seize him, aediles. Plebeians, down with him! Down with him! Second Senator, weapons, weapons, weapons! They all bustle about Coriolanus, all. Tribunes, patricians, citizens. What ho! Sicinius, Brutus, Coriolanus, citizens, patricians. Peace, 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 stay, hold peace. Menenius, what is about to be? I am out of breath, confusion's near, I cannot speak. You tribunes to people Coriolanus, patience. Speak, good Sicinius. Sicinius, hear me, people, peace. Plebeians, let's hear our tribune. Peace. Speak, speak, speak. Sicinius, you are at point to lose your liberties. Marcius would have all from you, Marcius, whom late you have nommed for consul. Menenius, fie, fie, fie. This is the way to kindle, not to quench. First Senator, to unbuild the city, and to lay all flat. Sicinius, what is the city but the people? Plebeians, true, the people are the city. Brutus, by the consent of all we were established the people's magistrates. Plebeians, you so remain. Menenius, and so are like to do. Cominius, that is the way to lay the city flat, to bring the roof to the foundatio. And bury all which yet distinctly ranges in heaps and piles of ruin. Sicinius, this deserves death. Brutus, or let us stand to our authority or let us lose it. We do here pronounce, upon the part of people, in whose power we were elected theirs, Marcius is worthy of present death. Sicinius, therefore lay hold of him, bear him to rock Tarpeian, and from thence into destruction cast him. Brutus, aediles seize him. Plebeians, yield, Marcius, yield. Menenius, hear me one word, beseech you, tribunes, hear me but a word. Aediles, peace, peace. Menenius, be that you seem, truly your country's friend, and temperately proceed to what you would thus violently redress. Brutus, sir, those cold ways that seem like prudent helps, are very poisonous where the disease is violent. Lay hands upon him and bear him to the rock. Coriolanus draws his sword. Coriolanus, no, I'll die here. There's some among you have beheld me fighting. Come, try upon yourselves what you have seen me. Menenius, down with that sword. Tribunes, withdraw a while. Brutus. Lay hands upon him. Menenius. Help Marcius, help, you that be noble, help him, young and old. Plebeians. Down with him, down with him. In this mutiny the tribunes, the aediles, and the people are beat in. Menenius. Go, get you to your house, be gone away. All will be naught else. Second Senator. Get you gone. Coriolanus. Stand fast, we have as many friends as enemies. Menenius. Shall it be put to that? First Senator. The gods forbid. I prithee, noble friend, home to thy house, leave us to cure this cause. Menenius. For 'tis a sore upon us you cannot tent yourself, be gone, beseech you. Cominius. Come, sir, along with us. Coriolanus. I would they were barbarians, as they are, though in Rome littered, not Romans, as they are not, though cavith porch oth capital. Menenius. Be gone. Put not your worthy rage into your tongue, one time will owe another. Coriolanus. On fair ground I could beat 40 of them. Menenius. I could myself take up a brace oth best of them, yea, the 2 tribunes. Cominius. But now 'tis odds beyond arithmetic, and manhood is called foolery when it stands against a falling fabric. Will you hence, before the tag return? Whose rage doth rend like interrupted waters, and o'erbear what they are us to bear. Menenius. Pray you be gone. I'll try whether my old wit be in request with those that have but little. This must be patched with cloth of any color. Cominius. Nay, come away. Exeunt Coriolanus and Cominius, with others patricians. This man has marred his fortune. Menenius. His nature is too noble for the world. He would not flatter Neptune for his trident, or Jove for his power to thunder. His heart's his mouth, what his breast forges, that his tongue must vent, and being angry, does forget that ever he heard the name of death. A noise within, here's goodly work. Patricians. I would they were abed. Menenius. I would they were in Tiber. What the vengeance, could he not speak fair? Re-enter Brutus and Sicinius, the rabble against Sicinius. Where is this viper that would depopulate the city, and be every man himself? Menenius. You worthy tribune Sicinius. He shall be thrown down the Tarpeian rock with rigorous hands. He hath resisted law, and therefore law shall scorn him further trial than the severity of the public power, which he so sets at naught. First Citizen. He shall well know the noble tribunes are the people's mouths, and we their hands. Plebeians. He shall, sure on't. Menenius. Sir Sicinius. Peace. Menenius. Do not cry havoc, where you should but hunt with modest warrant. Sicinius. Sir, how comes that you have hoped to make this rescue? Menenius. Hear me speak. As I do know the consul's worthiness, so can I name his faults. Sicinius. Consul. What consul? Menenius. The consul Coriolanus. Brutus. He consul. Plebeians. No. Menenius. If, by the tribune's leave, and yours, good people, I may be heard, I would crave a word or two, the which shall turn you to no further harm than so much loss of time. Sicinius. Speak briefly, then, for we are peremptory to dispatch this viperous traitor. To eject him hence were but one danger, and to keep him here our certain death. Therefore it is decreed he dies tonight. Menenius. Now the good gods forbid that our renowned Rome, whose gratitude towards her deserved children is enrolled in Jove's own book, like an unnatural dam should now eat up her own. Sicinius. He's a disease that must be cut away. Menenius. Oh, he's a limb that has but a disease mortal, to cut it off, to cure it easy. What has he done to Rome that's worthy death? Killing our enemies, the blood he hath lost which I dare vouch is more than that he hath by many an ounce he dropped it for his country. And what is left, to lose it by his country were to us all that do't, and suffer it a brand to th and oth world. Sicinius. This is clean cam. Brutus. Merely awry. When he did love his country it honored high. Sicinius. The service of the foot, being once gangrened, is not then respected for what before it was. Brutus. Will hear no more. Pursue him to his house and pluck him thence, lest his infection, being of catching nature, spread further. Menenius. One word more, one word this tiger-footed rage, when it shall find the harm of unscanned swiftness, will, too late, tie leaden pounds to his heels. Proceed by process, lest parties as he is beloved break out, and sack great Rome with Romans. Brutus. If it were so, Sicinius. What do ye talk? Have we not had a taste of his obedience? Our ediles smote, ourselves resisted? Come. Menenius. Consider this, he has been bred ith wars since it could draw a sword, and is ill-schooled in bolted language. Meal and bran together he throws without distinction. Give me leave, I'll go to him and undertake to bring him where he shall answer by a lawful form, in peace, to his utmost peril. First Senator. Noble tribunes, it is the humane way, the other course will prove too bloody, and the end of it unknown to the beginning. Sicinius. Noble Menenius, be you then as the people's officer. Masters, lay down your weapons. Brutus. Go not home. Sicinius. Meet on the marketplace. We'll attend you there, where, if you bring not Marcius, we'll proceed in our first way. Menenius. I'll bring him to you. To the senators, let me desire your company. He must come, or what is worst will follow. First Senator. Pray you let's to him. Extant Scene 2. Rome. The house of Coriolanus. Enter Coriolanus with nobles. Coriolanus. Let them pull all about mine ears, present me death on the wheel or at wild horses' heels, or pile 10 hills on the Tarpeian rock, that the precipitation might down stretch below the beam of sight, yet will I still be thus to them. First Patrician. You do the nobler. Coriolanus. I muse my mother does not approve me further, who is wont to call them woolen vassals, things created to buy and sell with groats, to show bare heads in congregations, to yawn, be still, and wonder, when one but of my ordinance stood up to speak of peace or war. Enter Volumnia. I talk of you, why did you wish me milder? Would you have me false to my nature? Rather say I play the man I am. Volumnia. Oh, sir, I would have had you put your power well on before you had worn it out. Coriolanus. Let go. Volumnia. You might have been enough the man you are with, striving less to be so. Lesser had been the thwartings of your dispositions, if you had not showed them how you were disposed, ere they lacked power to cross you. Coriolanus. Let them hang. Volumnia. Aye, and burn too. Enter Menenius with the senators. Menenius. Come, you have been too rough, something too rough, you must return and mend it. First Senator. There's no remedy, unless, by not so doing, our good city cleave in the midst and perish. Volumnia. Pray be counselled. I have a heart as little apt as yours, but yet a brain that leads my use of anger to better vantage. Menenius. Well said, noble woman. Before he should thus stoop to th heard, but that the violent fit oth time craves it as physic for the whole state, I would put mine armor on, which I can scarcely bear. Coriolanus. What must I do? Menenius. Return to th tribunes. Coriolanus. Well, what then? Menenius. Repent what you have spoke. Coriolanus. For them. I cannot do it to the gods. Must I then do to them? Volumnia. You are too absolute, though therein you can never be too noble but when extremities speak. I have heard you say honor and policy, like unsevered friends ith war do grow together. Grant that, and tell me in peace what each of them by th other lose that they combine not there. Coriolanus. Tush, tush. Menenius. A good demand. Volumnia. If it be honor in your wars to seem the same you are not, which for your best ends you adopt your policy, how is it less or worse that it shall hold companionship in peace with honor as in war, since that to both it stands in like request? Coriolanus. Why force you this? Volumnia. Because that now it lies you on to speak to th people, not by your own instruction, nor by th matter which your heart prompts you, but with such words that are but wrote in your tongue, though but bastards and syllables of no allowance to your bosom's truth. Now, this no more dishonors you at all than to take in a town with gentle words, which else would put you to your fortune and the hazard of much blood. I would dissemble with my nature where my fortunes and my friends at stake required I should do so in honor. I am in this your wife, your son, these senators, the nobles, and you will rather show our general louts how you can frown, than spend a fawn upon em for the inheritance of their loves and safeguard of what that want might ruin. Menenius. Noble lady! Come, go with us, speak fair, you may salve so, not what is dangerous present, but the loss of what is past. Volumnia. I prithee now, my son, go to them with this bond. Tea in thy hand, and thus far having stretched it here be with them thy knee bussing the stones for in such busine as action is eloquence, and the eyes of th ignorant more learned than the ears waving thy head, which often thus correcting thy stout heart, now humble as the ripest mulberry that will not hold the handling. Or say to them thou art their soldier and being bred in broils, hast not the soft way which, thou dost confess, were fit for thee to use, as they to claim, in asking their good loves. But thou wilt frame thyself, forsooth, hereafter theirs, so far as thou hast power and person. Menenius. This but done even as she speaks, why their hearts were yours, for they have pardons, being asked, as free as words to little purpose. Volumnia. Prithee now, go, and be our eld, although I know thou hadst rather follow thine enemy in a fiery gulf than flatter him in a bower. Enter Cominius. Here is Cominius. Cominius. I have been ith marketplace, and sir, 'tis fit you make strong party, or defend yourself by calmness or by absence, all's in anger. Menenius. Only fair speech. Cominius. I think 'twill serve, if he can thereto frame his spirit. Volumnia. He must and will. Prithee now, say you will, and go about it. Coriolanus. Must I go show them my unbarbed sconce? Must I with my base tongue give to my noble heart a lie that it must bear? Well, I will do't. Yet, were there but this single plot to lose, this mould of Marcius, they to dust should grind it, and throw 't against the wind. To th marketplace. You have put me now to such a part which never I shall discharge to th life. Cominius. Come, come, we'll prompt you. Volumnia. I prithee now, sweet son, as thou hast said my praises made thee first a soldier, so, to have my praise for this, perform a part thou hast not done before. Coriolanus. Well, I must do't. Away, my disposition, and possess me some harlot's spirit. My throat of war be turned, which quired with my drum, into a pipe small as an eunuch, or the virgin voice that babies lulls asleep. The smiles of knaves tint in my cheeks, and schoolboys' tears take up the glasses of my sight. A beggar's tongue make motion through my lips, and my armed knees, who bowed but in my stirrup, bend like his that hath received an alms. I will not do't, lest I surcease to honor mine own truth, and by my body's action teach my mind a most inherent baseness. Volumnia. At thy choice, then. To beg of thee, it is my more dishonor than thou of them. Come all to ruin. Let thy mother rather feel thy pride than fear thy dangerous stoutness, for I mock at death with as big heart as thou. Do as thou list. Thy valiantness was mine, thou suckedst it from me, but oh thy pride thyself. Coriolanus. Pray be content. Mother, I am going to the marketplace. Chide me no more. I'll mountebank their loves, cog their hearts from them, and come home beloved of all the trades in Rome. Look, I am going. Commend me to my wife. I'll return consul, or never trust to what my tongue can do. Ith way of flattery further. Volumnia. Do your will. Exit Cominius. Away! The tribunes do attend you. Arm yourself to answer mildly, for they are prepared with accusations, as I hear, more strong than are upon you yet. Coriolanus. The word is mildly. Pray you let us go. Let them accuse me by invention, I will answer in mine honor. Menenius. Aye, but mildly. Coriolanus. Well, mildly be it then, mildly. Exeunt Scene 3. Rome. The Forum enter Sicinius and Brutus. In this point charge him home, that he affects tyrannical power. If he evade us there, enforce him with his envy to the people, and that the spoil got on the Antiochs was ne'er distributed. Enter an Aedile. What, will he come? Aedile. He's coming. Brutus. How accompanied? Aedile. With old Menenius, and those senators that always favored him. Sicinius. Have you a catalogue of all the voices that we have procured, set down by Th. Pole? Aedile. I have, 'tis ready. Sicinius. Have you corrected them by tribes? Aedile. I have. Sicinius. Assemble presently the people hither, and when they hear me say it shall be so, Ith right and strength Oth commons, be it either for death, for fine, or banishment, then let them, if I say fine, cry fine. If death, cry death. Insisting on the old prerogative and power, Ith truth Oth cause. Aedile. I shall inform them. Brutus. And when such time they have begun to cry, let them not cease, but with a din confused enforce the present execution of what we chance to sentence. Aedile. Very well. Sicinius. Make them be strong, and ready for this hint, when we shall hap to give them. Brutus. Go about it. Exit Aedile. Put him to collar straight. He hath been us ever to conquer, and to have his worth of contradiction. Being once chaffed, he cannot be reined again to temperance. Then he speaks what's in his heart, and that is there which looks with us to break his neck. Enter Coriolanus, Menenius and Cominius, with others Sicinius. Well, here he comes. Menenius. Calmly, I do beseech you. Coriolanus. Aye, as an ostler, that for Th purse piece will bear the knave by Th volume. Th honored gods keep Rome in safety, and the chairs of justice supplied with worthy men. Plant love amongst. Throng our large temples with the shows of peace, and not our streets with war. First Senator. Amen, amen. Menenius. A noble wish. Re-enter the Aedile, with the plebeians Sicinius. Draw near, ye people. Aedile. List to your tribunes. Audience. Peace, I say. Coriolanus. First, hear me speak. Both tribunes. Well, say. Peace, ho! Coriolanus. Shall I be charged no further than this present? Must all determine here? Sicinius. I do demand, if you submit you to the people's voices, allow their officers, and are content to suffer lawful censure for such faults as shall be proved upon you. Coriolanus. I am content. Menenius. Lo, citizens, he says he is content. The warlike service he has done, consider. Think upon the wounds his body bears, which show like graves ith holy churchyard. Coriolanus. Scratches with briars, scars to move laughter only. Menenius. Consider further that when he speaks not like a citizen, you find him like a soldier. Do not take his rougher accents for malicious sounds, but, as I say, such as become a soldier rather than envy you. Cominius. Well, well. No more. Coriolanus. What is the matter, that being passed for consul with full voice, I am so dishonored that the very hour you take it off again. Sicinius. Answer to U.S. Coriolanus. Say then, 'tis true I ought so. Sicinius. We charge you that you have contrived to take from Rome all seasoned office, and to wind yourself into a power tyrannical, for which you are a traitor to the people. Coriolanus. How traitor? Menenius. Nay, temperately. Your promise. Coriolanus. The fires ith lowest hell fold in the people. Call me their traitor. Thou injurious tribune! Within thine eyes sat 20,000 deaths, in thy hands clutched as many millions, in thy lying tongue both numbers. I would say thou least unto thee with a voice as free as I do pray the gods. Sicinius. Mark you this, people? Plebeians. To th rock, with him. Sicinius. Peace. We need not put new matter to his charge. What you have seen him do and heard him speak, beating your officers, cursing yourselves, opposing laws with strokes, and here defying those whose great power must try him, even this, so criminal and in such capital kind, deserves th extremis death. Brutus. But since he hath served well for Rome, Coriolanus, what do you prate of service? Brutus. I talk of that know it. Coriolanus. You. Menenius. Is this the promise that you made your mother? Cominius. No, I pray you, Coriolanus. I'll know no further. Let them pronounce the steep Tarpeian death, vagabond exile, flaying, pent to linger but with a grain a day. I would not buy their mercy at the price of one fair word, nor check my courage for what they can give, to have with saying good morrow. Sicinius. For that he has as much as in him lies from time to time envied against the people, seeking means to pluck away their power, as now at last given hostile strokes, and that not in the presence of dreaded justice, but on the ministers that do distribute it in the name of people, and in the power of us the tribunes, we, even from this instant, banish him our city, in peril of precipitation from off the rock Tarpeian, never more to enter our Rome gates. Ith people's name, I say it shall be so. Plebeians. It shall be so, it shall be so. Let him away. He's banished, and it shall be so. Cominius. Hear me, my masters and my common friend Sicinius. He's sentinct, no more hearing. Cominius. Let me speak. I have been consul, and can show for Rome her enemies' marks upon me. I do love my country's good with a respect more tender, more holy and profound, than mine own life, my dear wife's estimate, her womb's increase and treasure of my loins. Then if I would speak that, Sicinius. We know your drift. Speak what? Brutus. There's no more to be said, but he is banished, as enemy to the people and his country. It shall be so. Plebeians. It shall be so, it shall be so. Coriolanus. You common cry of curs, whose breath I hate as reek th rotten fens, whose loves I prize as the dead carcasses of unburied men that do corrupt my air, I banish you. And here remain with your uncertainty. Let every feeble rumor shake your hearts, your enemies, with nodding of their plumes, fan you into despair. Have the power still to banish your defenders, till at length your ignorance which finds not till it feels, making but reservation of yourselves still your own foes deliver you as most abetted captives to some nation that won you without blows. Despising for you the city, thus I turn my back, there is a world elsewhere. Exeunt Coriolanus, Cominius, Menenius, with the other patricians edile. The people's enemy is gone, is gone. They all shout and throw up their caps, ple. Baians. Our enemy is banished, he is gone. Huo! Sicinius. Go see him out at gates, and follow him, as he hath followed you, with all despite, give him deserved vexation. Let a guard attend us through the city. Plebeians. Come, come, let's see him out at gates, come. The gods preserve our noble tribunes. Come. Excellent,